So today I want to talk about something simple, but every story has it and every story needs it. And it's called description and detail. When your character walks into a room, what he sees. That's what we're going to talk about today. So here's how I feel, my opinion only. Every description should mean something. Descriptions need to be important and they need to help improve the story and move the story along. Walking into a room, you're setting up the mood. My main characters, they're going to notice different things when they walk into a room or when they're having a conversation with somebody else or they're in an action sequence when things are happening kind of rapidly. They're going to notice things differently. They're not going to notice drapes. These are my drapes. I never noticed them until I just touched them right there. I never even noticed them because I have the mind in the middle of a 12-year-old kid. I don't notice drapes. I don't notice wallpaper necessarily, unless it's a weird wallpaper. Unless they're weird drapes. If they're made of human skin, I notice them. You should be thinking, should I put this in there? Because I have a certain amount of words to fill up this novel. If I'm filling it with fluff that doesn't matter to the story, that's wasting everybody's time. Alright, we'll go to my stash of books that are all over the floor. Fablehaven. Have you read Fablehaven? You should read Fablehaven. It's wonderful. It has some great descriptions, and we're going to find one to share with you. And I'll show you why those descriptions matter. I found one. Okay. Kendra went back down the hall and slid open the door to the study. Having not yet entered this particular room, she first noticed the huge desk cluttered with books and papers. The massive head of a hairy boar with jutting tusks hung mounted on the wall. A collection of grotesque wooden masks rested on a shelf. Golfing trophies lined another. Plaques decorated the wood-paneled walls, along with a framed display of military medals and ribbons. There was a black and white picture of a much younger Grandpa Sorensen showing off an enormous marlin. So what the heck was that all about? Why was that in there? Oh, I lost the page! Found it. Again. So she goes into this room, and she sees certain things. She sees a huge boar on the wall, a head of a boar. Everyone would see that. She sees golfing trophies, and then medals. It's interesting because you see weird things like a human skull in a glass dome. It's kind of mixing this fantasy world with it was probably like your normal grandpa, bringing reality and mixing it with the fantasy. There's Grandpa's trophies, there's Grandpa's medals, there's a picture of Grandpa when he's younger, and yet here's this weird stuff. And it really sets up this scene perfectly. That's a great description because what that does, it really gives you a snapshot into what's important in that room. She didn't notice there was carpet, there was a rug, there was an ottoman, there was a vase of really pretty flowers. So when you write, think about that. You've got a chapter and you're including description and you want the reader to be able to see what you're seeing in your mind. So make sure they see what's important. Don't give them a grocery list of what's in everybody's room. Or don't make a kid see things that an adult might see or an interior decorator. Because you don't want to waste your time with description that's not going to really be helpful. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm glad you joined me today on this issue of something that I don't know what it's going to be called.